This place is built of stronger stuff than bricks and mortar, iron and mud, and like a hand fits into glove, we know that we are here. And when we look on halcyon days, now that life has slipped out of phase and something new is in its place, we know that we are here. Parallels drawn of darker nights and flattened houses and firelit skies, always in our hearts and minds, we know that we are here. From black and white and sky blue blood, this is our neighbourhood. And with a grace from up above, we know that we are here. And now we think it an oddity, when wealth not health is considered a commodity. And frozen like never before, we sit and watch TV. And the news from day to day blurs into one. Facts and figures run and run, and the skies grows quieter, and the birds get louder as their glorious domain grows prouder and prouder. And a silent menace, one we can't see, as nurses searching for PPE, and the news on the radio gets worse and worse, so they try to persuade you to commit it to verse. And we spend all day in pyjamas and teas and scream at the sound of Microsoft Teams. So I'll close my eyes and drift back in time when the most important thing on my mind was packed into crates at record shops. And I dreamt of being on top of the pops. And the news commentary comes from room to room in pixelated Skype or fuzzy Zoom. And you hope that it'll be over soon before it reaches your door. This place is built of stronger stuff than bricks and mortar, iron and mud, and like a hand fits into glove, we know that we are here. And when we look on halcyon days, now that life has slipped out of phase and something new is in its place, we know that we are here. Parallels drawn of darker nights and flattened houses and firelit skies, always in our hearts and minds, we know that we are here. From black and white and sky blue blood, this is our neighbourhood. And with a grace from up above, we know that we are here. We know that we are here. We know that we are here. We know that we are here.
Say no. You should not be meeting family members who do not live in your home. You should not be going shopping except for essentials like food and medicine. And you should do this as little as you can. And use food delivery services where you can. If you don't follow the rules, the police will have the powers to enforce them.
Touch. I read the words countless times, round and round they sing in my head. I construct and deconstruct and look for more, and the mail that comes later and later, and in a way that anticipation makes it feel so much sweeter, so much greater. Every pause, every symbol is there for a reason, and I dissect each sentence for hidden meaning. But we read together, line after line, time after time. See what tomorrow brings, something that will make us sing. Distance don't mean anything, it's touch. The letters and words roll into the sea as the walls are broken down and I walk on the beach. I feel the pebbles cut into my feet and you are still just out of reach. And I smell the air and the scent of iris is always there, tantalizing and filling me up. And the waves that roll and crash, we share, apart. See what tomorrow brings, something that will make us sing. Distance don't mean anything, it's touch. And deep into the night, as I close my eyes, The words hold and comfort like a well-worn Doc Martin boot, and the sweet fruit of remembrance brings you close. Sitting on the cliff top looking down as the wind swirls round and the sunlight kisses our skin. Our hands touch. There is always hope. There is always hope. There is always There is always hope. There is always hope. There is always Who'd have thought that the thing that would bring us together would be the same thing that was keeping us apart? There is always hope. We stood that evening and watched the sky as the space station went by and wondered what on earth they think of this mess, hermetically sealed and out of reach, drifting up there in their own world of peace. There is always hope. During the day, the sound of the A45 is muted, and as the sun comes up, flymos and strimmers are brought out of sheds to puncture the birdsong. And as this new normality carries on, we sit back and remember the strangest of times. Here on this table, I wrote a shopping list and then crossed out all the things they didn't have in the co-op, and started to look quizzically at unnamed Tupperware in the back of the freezer, at something that could be peaches or butternut squash, and wondered if Jamie Oliver ever had to put up with this. Out there in the garden is where I planted the seeds. Well, at least we'll have lettuce and potatoes to eat in the summer, I said. In this shadow, I sat under the big tree and thought about all the things I was going to do, all the things I was going to be. And on this bench 3 weeks later, I sat in the sun and remembered all the things I still hadn't done. We let the earth breathe again for a fraction of time. There is always hope. And those who dragged us through it, holding together as we fell apart, deserve the dawn of a new age when the importance of their position is recognised with distinction and not to be ignored at the ballot paper and rewarded with something more substantial than a round of applause. There is always hope. There is always hope. There is always hope.